So, ang development length is equal to, yan, yung double asterisk. So, balikan natin dito. Ayan siya, okay? And then, yung actual development length naman, which is eto, this is HK minus clear cover. Ito, no? So, the development length is HK minus clear cover. So, ito siya. Yan. HK minus clear cover. So, 295. And then, ang required LD natin would be this, yung double asterisk na yan. Pero, ang susundan natin dito ay yung DB7. So, let's check. Yan. So, DB7 ang sinusundan niya. Ito rin yung ating sinusundan na pattern. Okay, so, lumalabas na fail. Kasi ang development length is 295. Pero ang required is 892. So, magre-recommend siya na increase development length or extend upward. Ngayon, paano ang extension niyan? Since it is yung shear key, ang depth niya ay yung capital D. Yan. Ano? Ito, yung HK. So, paano mong i-develop yan? Then, mag-L ka dito. Or, initially, mag-hook ka dyan, pag ganun. Or, extend mo, mag-L ka, pag ganyan. Ngayon, ang idadagdag na length mo would be small letter L. So, yun ang actual development niya kung i-extend mo siya. And then, what's next is check for shear. So, ang equation na gagamitin natin dito would be this. 1.6 times E104, and that is, ayan, R sub P. 1.6 R sub P, which, ito yun, check for shear. Ngayon, ano yung R sub P na yan? Yan yung nakuha natin sa design of base shear key. And then, ang allowable stress VC natin would be yung single asterisk. Ito, okay? So, ayan siya. Ito yung VC. And that is equal to, ayan. Ang kinukuha nating depth would be, ito, D minus CC minus DB7 all over 2. Okay, yan ang effective depth natin since yung development ng DB7 ang kinukuha natin. Okay, so this is DB7. Sorry. Ayan, DB7. Okay, and then, ano pang kailangan natin dito? Is, yan, yung beta 1. Ang beta 1 dito is maximum of 1,000 all over D or D all over 1,000. Which is, ayan. Okay, so, next is, after getting the allowable shear stress VC, kukunin natin ngayon yung allowable shear force VVC, which is equal to 0.75 BC times B and times D. Yan. So, ito yung equation ng VVC. Ito siya, 0.75 times allowable shear stress na small bc, which is yung nandito, times B, Ngayon, yung B na yan, that is equal to 1,000 tapos yung ating D. But, what is D? D is equal to small l minus clear cover minus dB7 all over 2. And then, from there, you can now compute your, or you can now compare your allowable shear force with your actual shear VU. And then, next is checking of temperature and shrinkage bars. Ang gagamitin natin naman ng mga equations dito ay ito, no? So, ang required AST is 0.002 times 1000 D, which is ito. And then, ang actual AST is ito, 1000 pi dBt squared divided by 4 ST. Yan. Okay. And then, you just compare their AS. Your actual AS of temperature bar should be greater than the required AST. And finally, check for bearing connection. Sa check for bearing connection, hindi ko na nailagay dito sa lecture. However, let me explain here. So, yung A1, this is equal to C times meter strip. Ngayon, yung C natin dito ay naka-meter. Ayan, 0.6 meter. Kaya, i-multiply natin si C ng 1,000. Tapos, i-multiply mo ulit ng 1,000 para magkaroon ka ng area in terms of millimeter square. Tapos, yung area 2 naman, that is equal to Y times 1,000 or meter strip. But, what is Y? Okay? So, ang Y, ito na yung check for bearing connection. So, nilagay ko rin lang. So, let's look at the area 1. And this is C times meter strip. And ang unit nito ay millimeter square. However, dito, C times 1,000 times 1,000 dahil originally yung C naka-meter ito. Kaya kinonvert natin siya ng millimeter and then multiply natin siya ng meter strip. Kaya millimeter square ang kanyang unit. Next is yung Y. Y is equal to the figure that is symmetrical to the base of the column. In this case, ito yung wall. Kaya, ito minimum of C plus 4D and then L. And ang unit nito ay millimeter ulit. So, if we will check this, yan yung Y, no? And take note na naka-multiply siya ng 1,000 kasi ito, yung C, D, tsaka L, this is in meter units. And then next is A sub 2, that is equal to Y times meter strip. Or that is, ayan. And then finally, itong side, minimum of square root of A1 all over A2 and 2. Ayan siya. And then next is P compression. Your P compression is A1 times P times 0.85 F prime C times psi. Ngayon, ang phi dito is 0.65. Ito yung capacity reduction factor. And this is in terms of kilonewton. Ngayon, ang kinuha nating weight dito na PU is 1.2 times W2 plus W3. Kumbaga, ito yung actual load noong vertical member, which is actually itong stem. Sa column, ito yung actual load kung column yan, W2 and W3. And then, so balik tayo, your P compression should be in kilonewton units, ganun din yung PU. And most of the time, dito sa retaining wall, laging mag-govern yung P compression. Kasi wala namang column load ito eh. No? Kaya, tapos, masyadong malaki itong bearing connection nung stem tsaka nung footing. Kaya, originally, hindi ko na nilagay ito. Pero, since nilagay ko rin dito sa Excel, kaya nilagay ko na rin dito sa pattern. Okay guys, so that's it. Thank you for listening, and that's the end of cantilever retaining wall.